Hi, and welcome back to Dubai Real Estate Philosophy. My name is Ahmed. You can see the bridge, you can see the canal, you have an entire park in front of you, which is not going to be changed. It's not like in the future they'll close the park and build buildings there, or in front of the canal they're going to have buildings. No, the canal is a low-rise area all the way until Jumeirah Beach is a low-rise area. There will not be any buildings. It's not like, okay, today you have this view, tomorrow is going to change. No, this is exactly how it is. These are only a couple of buildings that are allowed to be this tall. This is going to be 50 stories high. We'll discuss in a bit, and you can see the couple of buildings surrounding it. So amazing views and amazing location. Moving on to the next slide, you can see the exact location where it is on Sheikh Zayed Road. You can see it's right in front. Right next to it there will be Sapphire 1, I believe. So Sapphire 1 and Sapphire 1 or Sapphire 2, I'm not really sure which one's coming there. That one is going to be there, and right next to it, it is going to be the Sapphire. You have views that will be facing the Sapphire Park, waterfront view, the canal view, and on the back side you will have Sheikh Zayed view, Business Bay, and downtown Burj Khalifa. So this is exactly where precisely the location is. Moving on to the next slide, you can see the proximity. The reason this location is so amazing is, let's say you're an investor, you want to rent it out, especially for short-term rentals. When tourists come, where do they want to go? I think it's around 1,500 units that are required. That's where the demand's at, and currently at the market supply is only at 1,090 units. There is always a shortage, a gap of 38% in the market. What does that mean for you? There's always going to be capital appreciation. This is not accidental. It is designed. It is by design. That's why the RERA is there. That's why Dubai Land Department is there, to ensure that we don't just over construct and the market has to always stabilize. That's why we pay our 4% DLD, to ensure that the government is sitting there trying to make sure that the market is free of all these bubbles, all these price trends and everything, and they ensure that we always have a nice stable growth, unlike a lot of countries in Europe and Asia. Now moving on, we can also see the rental dynamics. So 54% we have rental growth all the way from Q1. If you look at Q1 of 2021 until where we are now, Q1 of 2024, we've had almost a 54% rental growth. That shows you that the rental market, especially post-COVID, is well over recovered. We're going back to pre-COVID rental rate. In fact, we've surpassed those. It is a uptrend market. There's no way of slowing it down. Of course, we do have limitations on how much rentals we can increase, capped at like 5% depending on a lot of rules and regulations. But point is, it's a very nice now. The entire Sapphire Park in front of you, the canal, with the buildings all the way you can see till Bulgari Island. You can see the ocean. So it will be an amazing place for people who want a short-term rent, long-term rent, where you can have tourists come in 13 minutes from the airport. They're at your property. They can rent it out much lower price than all the 5-star hotels in downtown and Business Bay, while also being right in front of Business Bay and downtown and close to the beach, which is what are all the tourist hotspots. Moving on to the floor plans, as we can see, the floor plans, they have a nice variety of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. A lot of them, as I mentioned before, they're going to be viewing the ocean, the canal, Sapphire Park, and then on the side they're going to be facing Burj Khalifa. And they have a couple of 1 bedrooms at the back. They also have a couple of bedrooms at the front, and of course 2 and 3 bedrooms are always going to be facing the front or the side. Moving on to the amenities. Okay, now one of the things that Damac does really well, in my opinion, especially now after, a lot of people, they say, oh, they're not that great, whatnot. They have a comeback. In my opinion, it's a great comeback. They've recovered. They're delivering projects on time. They're coming up with innovative projects and designs. They do provide a lot of amenities. As a matter of fact, a lot of amenities. If you look at their other master plan communities like Damac Hills 1 or Damac Hills 2, you can see the amount of amenities. It's crazy. We talked about their wave pool edition, even though it wasn't in the master plan. You can check out that video and why you should be buying Damac in COVID time. Moving on to the amenities of this building, as you can see, it's an entire range of amenities. You have a gym, you have pools, a lot of crazy things as well, like a cannery garden, a luxury spa. We have a co-working space. So for all you, digital nomads or tourists that come and they just want to check up, again, all these things are free for the residents. Moving on to the next bed is going to be around 882 square foot. That is a massive size. They have many types. Moving on to the 2 beds, we're looking at an average size of around 1,200 to 1,400, which is much bigger. They have different balconies, different things. If you buy the corner unit, you do have a much larger balcony, and they have standards. So many floor plans. You can pause the video, look at it in depth if you would like. Also moving on, they will be having 3 beds. They do have many types of 3 beds. Again, same thing. You can have the front balcony, you can have the side balcony view, depending on whatever you like. Moving on, this building also has townhouses. So on the podium level, as we mentioned before, they will be having townhouses. I believe the total amount of townhouses is around 24. These are going to be 2-bed townhouses. You can have a look at this floor plan here. Moving on to the high-end stuff, we do have penthouses. I believe there's going to be 2 4-bedroom penthouses and 2 5-bed penthouses. You can look at the floor plan of the 4-bed penthouse right here. Of course, you have your private pool. There's duplexes. They have a catwalk type open space area type thing. Moving on to the 5-bed penthouse, same kind of concept. You'll be having that catwalk type design with open area, your own pool, of course. Moving on to the main entrance, as you can see, this is all yellow, very nicely done by Damac. It is going to be a branded residences. As I mentioned, you can look at the yellow sapphire inspiration. It's very nice, very yellow. Moving on to the lobby, you can see the height of the lobby is going to be 4.5 meters long, tall. That is very, very tall, very grand entrance. It will be amazing for tourists who are coming, or if you live there, for your guests to come and visit you. Moving on, we can see the terrace. We do have, as I mentioned, on the roof and on the podium levels, we are going to be having a lot of amenities. Some of those amenities we mentioned before, these are going to be there. Now we're looking at the rooftop amenities view. You can see the podium and the roof have the gardens and the aforementioned amenities over there as well. And again, these aren't just pictures. People might look at it, they're like, oh, this is nice utopian style design, it's just renderings. But no, in Dubai, if you show a render, you have to deliver that render. That is part of the contract with DLD and RERA. You can't just show things and then not deliver. And as I mentioned, Damac is doing a comeback. You can go see their latest projects, which are handed over now. They do deliver. It's amazing. You'll be satisfied. Moving on to the most important part. In this slide, you can see all of respective prices and sizes for the 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, the penthouses. As you can see, they have given you the average sizing, the minimum, maximum, average for the sizes and the prices. You can pause the video, look over it. It is very fairly priced if you're looking at it, for the 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms, especially for the location. As I mentioned, the location, it is an amazing location, so it's very fairly priced in my opinion. There will be a lot of capital appreciation, especially considering the exclusivity, right? The limited availability. As I mentioned, if you look at the plot and you go back to the location, there's only 2 buildings area there. One is going to be Sapphire 1 or Sapphire 2, and this is going to be there, the Sapphire, and there's no other buildings there, high-rise buildings there. Right in front of you, you have Canal Front, those are all sold out. Sapphire Park is there, it's not going anywhere, and we don't have any future tall structures coming up there in front of it. You will have that view, it will be amazing, so that will make it a limited area, and it will be ensure that you have nice capital growth. And of course, I mentioned all the rental part for you people who want to do short-term or long-term rental, being so close to all the hotspots of Dubai. Now moving on, this is the best point, and I really want to focus on this point because the payment plan of Damac for most projects now is the 1% per month payment plan. All you have to do is pay 20% down payment and your 4% DLD, which you can check out our how to buy property in Dubai video here for more details on that and the escrow account and everything. But the 1% payment plan, very nice, very easy, very flexible, very affordable for people. Danube was, I believe, the first developer to bring that concept into Dubai. After their success, a lot of developers are now following in their suit, Damac being one of them. It is a very amazing payment plan. You also don't have balloon payments in the middle. You don't have big bulk payments. It is, you pay 20% down, you pay your 4% DLD, then until handover, you will be paying simply 1%. And of course, you will be paying, so throughout the construction, you will be paying 70%, and then on handover, you will be paying the remaining 30%, which of course, remember, you can also finance, mortgage, or you can sell out depending on whatever your needs are. So this is an amazing payment plan with fairly priced, and best of all, the location, and of course the design. As you guys saw, in my opinion, this is an amazing opportunity and amazing project by Damac, which has delivered many projects now. This was basically the end of the presentation. If you guys have any questions about the Sapphire, about Damac, maybe any doubts, you can feel free to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now. And you can conveniently reach out to me directly on my WhatsApp by scanning the QR code at the top right corner.